order, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Irby?
Here.
Councilmember Page?
Here.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Here.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Here.
Councilmember Dolan?
Here.
Sixth council seat is vacant, and Councilmember Harder.
Here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
I move for approval of the journal of the meeting of December 16th, 2014.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The journal is approved.
I move to suspend the rules for the election of the County Council Chair and Vice Chair for 2015.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The rules are suspended. The floor is now open for nominations for Council Chair for 2015.
I move to nominate Patrick Dolan as Chair of the County Council for 2015.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Councilmember Patrick Dolan is nominated for the Chair of the County Council for 2015.
I move to close nominations for Chair.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Nominations for Chair for 2015 are closed. Hearing no other nominations, all those in favor of the election of Patrick Dolan to the position of Council Chair for 2015, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Councilmember Patrick Dolan is the 2015 Council Chair, County Council Chair.
Okay. Well, it's a tradition to give to the chair that was performed last year's duties a token of our appreciation, which is a gavel and a plaque commemorating the year of service. And Hazel, congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you, Pat.
To say it was a trying year would be an understatement. So we've all learned a lot, and hopefully we'll continue to strive to do the best we can for St. Louis County. And Hazel, I appreciate serving with you and look forward to the next 4 years. Congratulations on your reelection, and thank you again for your service.
Thank you, Pat. No, you keep that.
That's your
do it? That's fine.
You get a plaque and a gavel.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
Are there nominations for vice chair?
I nominate Mike O'Meara as Vice Chair for the County Council for 2015.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed. Motion carries. Councilmember Michael Mara has been nominated for Vice Chair of the County Council for 2015.
I move that nominations for Vice Chair for the County Council for 2015 be closed.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. The nominations are closed. Hearing no other nominations, all those in favor of electing Michael Mara to the position of Council Vice Chair for 2015, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Councilmember Michael Mara is the 2015 Council Vice Chair. I'd like to congratulate Mike on his he's very familiar with the job. Do we have any bid openings?
No, sir.
No bid openings. Communications?
Mr. Chair, there are no tax compromises this evening, so we'll move to zoning matters. Under zoning matters, item number 1, 6th District.
Receive and file. So ordered.
Moving on to road and bridge matters, item number 1, 5th District.
Receive and file, and that will be the order.
Okay, moving on to other communications, item number 1, all districts.
Drop from the order of business, and that will be the order.
Item number 2, all districts.
Receive and file, and that will be the order.
Item number 3,
Are they moving over, or are they sitting there?
Well, we got a vacant.
Got a vacant council seat.
All right, we'll address that later. All right, receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare appropriate legislation, and that will be the order.
item number 4, 2nd District.
Receive, file, and county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 5, 3rd and 7th Districts.
Receive and file.
So ordered.
Item number 6, 6th District.
Receive, file, and agreement be approved as recommended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 7, 6th District.
Receive and file on the same motion through number 8, and that will be the order.
Item number 9, 6th District.
Receive, file, and refer to the Department of Highways and Traffic, to the Department of Planning, and to the county councilor, and that will be the order.
Item number 10, 6th District.
Receive, file, and the county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation pursuant to section 2.150 of the St. Louis County Charter, and that will be the order. Are there any add-ons?
Yes, sir. Item number 1, 4th District.
See, file, the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 2, all districts.
Receive and file, and that will be the order.
Item number 3, all districts.
Receive, file, and the appointments be approved as requested.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 4, all districts.
Receive, file, and appointment be approved as requested.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 5, all districts.
Receive and file, and that will be the order.
Number 5.
Oh, no, that's another, receive, file, and the appointment be approved as requested. I was one ahead of you there.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 6, all districts.
I'll receive and file that one, and that'll be the order.
Item number 7, all districts.
Receive, file, and the county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation, and that will be the order.
Item number 8.
Receive, file, and the county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. Same motion through item number 10, and that will be the order. That it on the add-ons?
Yes, sir.
Report of the county executive.
All right, great. Well, first, I want to say I look forward to working with everyone in this upcoming year. And I want to say thank you as well for approval of the appointments. As you know, and I'll say again, I appointed Peter J. Crane to serve as county councilor, Gary Best to serve as director of parks, and Greg Quinn, our former councilman and friend, and current friend, of course, to serve as the director of revenue. I want to thank you for approving those appointments, and we are off to a really good start. in the county executive's office, and we are moving forward, and you'll continue to see appointments as we complete our transition and move forward into this year. So thank you.
Thank you, County Executive. There are no reports of special committees this evening. We will move to public forum. How many?
There are 12 speakers, Mr. Chair.
12 speakers. All right. Jen will call your names. Please speak when you're called, and keep your comments brief, please, 3 minutes maximum. And as a courtesy to everybody else in the chambers, please stick with the 3-minute rule, and we prefer to, or we request that foul language is not used. We've had that in the past, and we, quite frankly, do not want to tolerate that. So, that being said, I don't know who's up.
Yes, sir. First speaker this evening is Mary Carter.
I'm the mayor of the city of Pagedale, and I know some of you are not aware of us, but it's 24 municipalities are working together in the North County area, and the 24 municipalities are in the Normandy School District. We share our services, we go out for bids together, we do a lot of things together. We are a part of the county that is really on the move. We've had a lot of economic development within the last few years. We have had 2 senior housing facilities. We have a full-service grocery store where people can get fresh meats, vegetables, etc. And we have a full-service bank, a bank where our residents and the surrounding municipalities don't have to use the check cashing places. That gives them more money in their pocket. It's a full-service bank. We are now in the process of building a movie theater and some retail space and hopefully some health services. I'm here requesting your support for ordinance, bill number 310, 2014. I don't know if you're aware of the area, but the people in this area are on the low economic scale. They are 3 times less likely to have health care. They are twice as likely to be obese. They are more than twice as likely to have to go to the emergency room because they don't have a family doctor or health care. So what do? They go to the emergency room when they get ill. They're 4 times as likely to have teenage birth. They're twice as likely to have poor prenatal care. Almost 3 times as likely to have infants' death, and 3 times more likely to have child abuse, neglect, cases requiring follow-up services. We're also having problems with school. A large number of our students are being suspended from school. They need services like counseling, parents need counseling, and I'm asking you to please put this money in the budget so that we can have these referrals. We have our seniors who need services. We have our children are twice as likely to have asthma and as any other parts of the country. And I don't know if you've seen the study that they have done, but depending on how long you live, it depends on what zip code you live in. If you live in my zip code, you're less likely to live as long as someone lives in the Chesterfield zip code.
Mayor,
And-
if you could wrap it up, please. Sorry.
Oh,
Time is up.
my time is up? Oh,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry. Okay, but I'm asking you to please fund this. It is definitely needed. Let's be proactive and not reactive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Philip Michaels?
Good evening. Thank you for this opportunity. There are 2 important characteristics of government, efficiency and transparency. We spend most of our working lives looking for efficiency, but for government, transparency is more important. You have on your agenda Bill 241. It's a proposal to buy electronic poll books. That purchase does not seem, or does seem quite likely to make the election board's job easier and more efficient. However, at the same time, it will make elections much less transparent. Computers do make things easier. However, there's a cost to everyone, but particularly to politicians, when transparency is lost. When that happens, confidence is in the process, it disappears. Over the last decade or so, our elections have become much less transparent. For example, it used to be that citizens could monitor elections. That is no longer true. Having both parties represented on election night when the computers do all the counting means nothing. Software that does the collecting, recording, and counting of the votes is proprietary, meaning that no local or state public official has ever reviewed it. All the counting is done inside the computer. Bill 241 is one more step to take elections out of the light. Current poll books are on paper. It's messy, and it takes space to store paper records of signatures of every voter coming into the polls. Electronic poll books, by comparison, are oh so much more efficient. However, the data they store, as with all electronic data, can be changed in a heartbeat. When an election is really contested, who's going to be able to say that any of the electronic data has any certainty of representing what actually happened on election day? We have no systems-independent way to audit most election data. Don't allow the unelected Board of Election Commissioners to make our elections even more transparent than they already are in the name of just making the job easier. Thank you for your time today and for your consideration of the issues that I've raised.
Thank you.
Next speaker is Faye Millette.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Faye Millette, and I represent the seniors of a small municipality called Pagedale and surrounding municipalities. I'm coming to you in reference to Bill 310-2014, the health care services. I come because I, too, am a senior citizen, and I know that we need many services for our seniors, and if funding is not made available, many of us will suffer for it. There are many of us who take public transportation, and some of us drive, but sometimes we can't find parking spaces, and sometimes the walk is long and windless because many of us suffer from asthma or other health-related issues. I'm asking you to consider that bill to ensure that we get the services we need in our municipality because many people will be affected if we do not. I stand before you with asthma now, so I know what it's like to see a senior citizen struggle to breathe and try to catch a bus or walk to a bus stop and can't make it there. I'm asking you to take into consideration, I could be your mother. And I'm looking for the help that we need to keep our community going. So when you vote on that issue, I could be your mother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Viola Murphy. Viola Murphy.
Good evening. My name is Viola Murphy. I am mayor of the city of Cool Valley. I am also president of Suburban Mayors, and I'm here to make a few statements, give some data, ask a question, and make a request in 3 minutes. My statement, I represent 1,196 citizens every single day. Today, I'm representing my 24-1 colleagues, leaders of North County, suburban mayors, cities under 10,000 of St. Louis County. We are all voted in by the people of our cities that believe in our leadership. People are making decisions concerning our cities without even having a conversation with any of us before decisions are being made. We started with a tragic killing of a young man named Michael Brown. This tragic situation has gone worldwide. Now, an outpouring of money is being allocated to rebuild that city, and the money should be given to those business owners. But at what cost to all the other municipalities of St. Louis County? The 24-1 cities, the cities of North County, suburban mayors all feel we are being targeted, especially the cities of North County. We've gone through from a tragic situation to suing of 13 municipalities, a bill to eliminate 22 villages, 10 North County, a bill going from 30 to 10 reduction of revenue from courts, and a bill for all police departments to be accredited in 2 years. That is a 4-year process. We, the leaders of St. Louis County, are responsible for our citizens and the safety every single day. We have people who pass through our cities in violation of laws. A lot of our cities are striving for economic development, healthy living, and cities where you can walk, ride your bike, and feel safe. Let me give you some data. Did you know, for the past few years, that the 24-1 cities plus cities of North County have been collaborating on our own to save thousands of dollars for our taxpayers, $500,000 to be exact? Did you know that 5 cities of North County are partnering with an accredited Normandy Police Department? Did you know that the city of Cool Valley dissolved their entire police department because it was 60% of our budget, and the leadership saw the benefit of partnering with our neighbor in a collaborative effort on our own? This department follows the standards by which an accredited department must comply to be accredited. Did you know that the 24-1 and other cities of North County are receiving better rates for salt, trash, resurfacing of streets, because we go in together as a collaborative group to negotiate a better price for our citizens? Did you know that 8 cities applied for a grant for inventorying of our trees? The largest grant that was awarded to these cities, $25,000. My colleague will finish. Did you know?
Thank you, Mayor.
Next speaker is James McGee.
Good evening. My name is James McGee, the mayor for the city of Anita Park. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you all on your election and your win. I'm a part of 24-1 also, and I'll take off for Did You Know? Did you know that 8 cities received a $90,000 grant for trees and trimming trees and maintenance in 8 cities? Did you know, before all the concern about our city's courts, that the 24-1 judges and prosecutors met to come up with a plan, and we have a plan now called Best Practices, and we're still working on those plans? Did you know that the city of North County suburban mayors follow the 10 best practices, that the cities that received at least 100% of our cities are getting help from the suburban mayors in the municipal league and the 24-1? Also, did you know that a few cities have passed on inclusion ordinance that we came up a couple of months ago in St. Louis County? Did you know that the majority of St. Louis County municipalities have done annual budgets, audits, financial statements, and also uniform police officers, and also community policing? They go into our communities, they know our residents, they know our business people, they know our children. They also go into our schools also. So those are plans that we already have in place. Did you know that the suburban mayors meet every month, including the municipal league, to help come up with suggestions and improvement of our communities? Did you know that the health center would benefit our citizens of St. Louis County, especially the North County citizens that's supposed to go into Pagedale? You know, North County lives do matter. Did you know that the 24-1 received a governmental award for collaboration and partnership from the Eastway Gateway Committee? What group have been invited to the White House to tell their story about collaboration? the 24-1 have. You tell me one group in the state of Missouri that been invited to the White House. We believe in building strong communities. We look for jobs for our citizens, our residents. We look for good education for our children. We look for housing, stabilized housing for our community. And we also need jobs, 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 jobs. Also, Mr. Sting, I know when you were sworn in, you said there would no one be left behind. Also, you stated that municipalities need to merge and dissolve. I don't know your exact words, but I'm asking you, have you started the process? Which cities are you referring to? Also, because our residents are asking questions about that. I know my time is up, and thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Next speaker is Monica Huddleston.
Good evening, Monica Huddleston, Mayor of the City of Greendale. I'm a proud member of 24-1 as well, and my colleagues have spoken very well about all the wonderful things we're doing together in the Normandy area, North County communities. We want that progress to continue. It is extremely important to us that that $376,000 plus for that Pagedale Health Center, Community Health Center, be allocated, that it be approved tonight. The worst thing in the world is to build a beautiful new building and have people expecting all these great services to be delivered to the community, and then to snatch that out from under that community and that group of people like that. Pagedale is my immediate eastern neighbor to Greendale. Our residents will be using those services, but most importantly, our children and the families in the Normandy Schools Collaborative will be using those services. And I think you all know how challenged our school district is and how desperately we need to have close by delivery of health and counseling types of services. Beyond Housing has worked hard on this. A lot of people have worked hard on this. And the city of Pagedale is up and coming. It's going to lift our entire area, and we hope that you will support that effort and not do anything to derail that effort tonight. So we're looking forward to a positive vote tonight on that Bill number 310, 2014. We need your support, and we hope that we will get it. This is a great example of community empowerment that I know, County Executive Stinger, you have talked about in your campaign and in your swearing-in statement. And this is a perfect example, so I hope that you will let this one materialize. We really do need this one to happen for North County. Thank you so much.
If I say this name wrong, Romarilyn Ralston. Ari Eisenbach. Michael Lee. Tom Sullivan.
Mr. Chairman and members of the council, I've asked the county executive's office to request a withdrawal of Bill number 260, a consulting contract to study heating and cooling problems at the Pine Lawn Health Center at a cost not to exceed $24,460. I've discussed the contract to some degree with Charlie Dooley, Gary Earls, and more recently received a response from an engineer in the Highways and Traffic and Public Works Department. But there are still things that don't add up about the contract. So I think the bill should be withdrawn and the contract rebid. Some specific concerns I have. The health center is only 13 years old, but the HVAC problems date back to 2007. Why was the system working fine for the first 5 years, but then developed problems? The problem is said to not be with the HVAC equipment itself, but that isn't known for sure. There have been no attempts to contact the building designer or engineer in 2007 when the problems first surfaced. They might have some ideas. The proposed consultant has never done business with St. Louis County before. It is unknown if the firm has done business with any government in the area. No reference for previous HVAC consulting work by the firm has been made known. Only 2 firms responded to the county's RFP for the work. The RFP was only posted on the county's website for 14 days. Perhaps this method doesn't work as well as sending a request to all potentially interested firms. My concern is that the end result would be spending a considerable amount of money for the consulting contract and subsequent work, and the problems for the health center not be resolved. I would think the county executive and this council would have the same concern. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Sullivan, I share your same concerns with respect to that contract.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Chris Krameyer.
Good evening. Thanks for the opportunity to speak. You've already heard passionately and eloquently from my partners and my friends working in the 24-1 initiative about Bill 310, 2014, for the $376,000 for Department of Human Services to provide services at the Pagedale Community Services Center. There are 2 buildings under construction as we speak as part of a $6 million development. One of them is a 4-screen, 375-seat movie theater. Right next to that is a 2-story, 12,000 square foot building that will have retail on the bottom floor, and then we have a commitment from the St. Louis County Health Department and a long-term lease with the Health Department for part of that space, and the remainder of that space on the second floor is for the Department of Human Services to provide much-needed services for the families and for the children in and around the Pagedale community. As you've heard from my friends, there are a lot of great things happening in the 24-1 initiative. You hear communities working together, mayors working together, being more efficient and effective in their service delivery. For the past 4 or 5 years, Beyond Housing has worked diligently with our leaders of these communities to look at all the things that make up a thriving community: jobs, education, health, housing, and economic development. We, with our partners, have invested over $60 million both in the residential real estate and commercial real estate in the boundaries of the 24-1 footprint, the Normandy School District. There are lots of resources that are being provided. What we're asking for is your help, your assistance to partner with us to, again, provide the much-needed services for families and children. We've done a lot, but quite frankly, there's a lot more to do. We're excited about where we're at. You know, the challenges are many. We are hopeful that you can provide those resources, and as important, continue to work with us as we move forward. We've had the great opportunity to partner with the county in the past. We want to keep that, and quite frankly, we want to grow that. We're excited about the idea of community empowerment, the idea of bringing county resources together in a strategic, targeted way. We think we're the perfect partner to help deliver resources in an effective, efficient way to make a difference in the lives of people in St. Louis County. We hope we can look favorably upon the bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sure. Mr. Kramer, if it hasn't already been set up, I just took office on Friday. I'd like to set up a meeting with you to discuss all of what you're talking about.
I've been told there's something on your
particularly.
calendar for the 14th.
That sounds good. Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Henderson.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you. Okay. First of all, I'm not sure if this is the place or anything for this, but I've been asked this many times. I am a council person in the city of Jennings, and I have people that buy up property in Jennings, and they want to know why do they have to wait a year before they can rent it out? Because one of the properties was like a shack, and after she invested so much money into it, due to the unrest of Ferguson, the house was, firebombed and everything. And she didn't get a chance to get any insurance on it or anything. And we want to know what we can do to get that change, that when a person purchases property, back taxes, then why do they have to wait a year to be able to rent it out to, because, in the city of Jennings, we have a lot of property, and a lot of them is because of back taxes. And then if we can get that and get residents into the city. And another thing is also that due to the Ferguson unrest, it's always Ferguson, Ferguson, Ferguson. I have received several calls. I'm the councilwoman in Ward 1, which borders right there at Ferguson. I want to make sure that you all include Jennings as well for help. Because I had one young lady that had a bone marrow transplant, and she suffered through all kinds of things. It's really the first and the third ward that they had to suffer through all this and all this and all this. And she wanted to know what kind of benefits can she reap and what can she get help from, especially for her daughter. And that's all I have to say, and thank you.
Thank you.
No more speakers, Mr. Chair.
No, she can, yeah, Yolanda, where'd she go? She can contact me and we can talk about those issues.
If you could
Give me a
contact
call.
Hazelwoman Irby's your council district representative, and there's resources to help you out. Please let us know. Thank you. David?
Yes, sir.
That concludes the public forum. Introduction of bills.
Bill number 1, introduced by Councilmember Dolan, an ordinance amending ordinance number 23,107 as amended by repealing and reenacting Section 2 pertaining to PC 80-06, New Hick-Mariz. Bill number 2, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger, an ordinance amending ordinance number 25,141 as amended by repealing and reenacting Section 2 pertaining to PC 39-11, Payne Family Homes, LLC. Bill number 3, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger, an ordinance approving the application and preliminary plans for the amended development in the MXD mixed-use development of attractive land subject to conditions, PC 30-14, John P. King. Bill number 4, introduced by Councilmember Dolan, an ordinance calling and providing for the holding of a special election in the 6th County Council District of St. Louis County, Missouri, on Tuesday, the 7th day of April 2015, for the purpose of electing a council member in and for the 6th Council District for the unexpired term ending December 31st, 2016. Mr. Chair, that is all the bills.
All right, perfection of bills.
Bill number 8, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Hold, please.
Bill number 8 is held.
Bill number
Where are we at
218,
here?
introduced by Councilmember Erby.
Please hold.
Bill number 218 is held.
Bill number 231, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
Please hold.
Bill number 241, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
Please hold.
Bill number 241 is held.
Bill number 262, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for perfection of bill number 262.
Second.
Bill number, there's a motion to, wait a second. Is there a second? I'm
I
sorry.
second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. I get better glasses here.
Bill number 270, introduced by Councilmember Dolan for Councilmember Erby.
I move to, or, you going? All right, go ahead.
I move for perfection of bill number 270.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Bill number 316, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for perfection of bill number 316.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Final passage of bills.
Bill number 260, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
Please hold.
Bill number 260 is held.
Bill number 263, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final, no, that's being reviewed still. So please hold that, bill number.
Bill number 263 is held.
Bill number 295, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
Please hold.
Bill number 295 is held.
Bill number 308, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I understand that you want to drop that, Mike. Could you explain why? Could you just tell?
Yes, this is a contract with Integrated Health Network, and I understand, I've met with Christian Hospital and be working actually with the County Health Department. What we're trying to, what this bill is doing is we were spending money to divert emergency room patients to our health center, and we're going to be save costs for our health department and general funds. We'll be working with Christian Hospital to, I understand that they've hired internally to help alleviate that situation, to work with our health department and direct patients over to our health center instead of using the emergency room for services that we can provide through our health department, so.
I have no problem with it. Please drop bill number 308 if everybody else is here.
I agree.
Okay.
Bill number 308 is dropped from the order of business.
Bill number 310, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
Bill number 310, we're going to hold, I would like to hold it until Chris gets to meet with County Executive Stinger, although I'm completely in favor of it. There's been a lot of work put into that, the building and the whole the program that will be there for the seniors. Just wanted to say, yesterday I witnessed a senior coming into this building to transact business, and I watched her from the parking lot to the front door. It was very heartbreaking to see a lady that age trying to get in here to conduct business. So to have these satellite offices, or whatever you want to call them, in the neighborhood, I think is excellent for our seniors, and I approve of it 100%. So you have my support. But hold for now.
Yes, ma'am. All right, bill number 310 is held.
Bill number 315, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move for final passage of bill number 315.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on bill number 315, there are 6 ayes.
Number 315 is finally passed.
Mr. Chair, moving on to resolutions, we have 2 this evening. Resolution number 1, introduced by Councilmember Page. Resolution.
Read it, or you want to?
No, summarize it.
You just read the first paragraph.
Read the first paragraph, please.
Sure. Whereas coalescing keen business acumen with a strong desire to help others, Stephen Wolf has given of his time to leadership roles in a wide variety of civic and charitable endeavors, and whereas Steve led the efforts of the Creve Coeur Olivet Chamber of Commerce to develop a more flexible and less restrictive drive-through ordinance for the city of Creve Coeur, thereby advancing the ability of the city's business to succeed and serve the interests of all residents and visitors of the community, and whereas in recognition of Steve's labor and his years of excellent service in support of his neighbors and friends from across the area, the Creve Coeur Olivet Chamber of Commerce has conferred upon him the honor of being named Outstanding Business Person of the Year for 2014.
Move approval resolution number 1.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on resolution number 1, there are 6 ayes.
Resolution number 1 is adopted.
Resolution number 2, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Please just read the resolve, section 1, please.
The County Council congratulates Rosie Lee Brown and all of her family on the occasion of Rosie's 100th birthday and wishes her the happiest returns of the day.
Move for adoption of resolution number 2.
Second. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on resolution number 2, there are 6 ayes.
Resolution number 2 is adopted.
Moving on to unfinished business, Mr. Chair, item number 1, 4th District.
Hold, please.
Motion's held.
Item number 2, 2nd District.
Please hold.
So ordered.
And, Mr. Chair, moving on to new business, we have 4 prepared orders this evening.
Move for adoption of order number 1.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Adoption, or order number 1 is adopted.
Move for adoption of order number 2.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Adoption, or order number 2 is adopted.
And I move for adoption of orders number 3 and 4.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Orders number 3 and 4 are adopted. Now we gotta find out who's gonna say the last one.
Up to Colleen.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.